Hey guys, this is Dr. McFarland, and in this video we're going to look at cranking the amplifiers. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is go to all rigs and just create a new rig from scratch. And let's see what kind of amp we want to use here. Let's do a Princeton amp first. And I'm not going to use the stock cabs for any of this. I want to use my the IR that I usually like to use, and that is the M160, 2 inches from the cap edge. So it's still fairly bright. Let's raise the high cut up, and let's bring the low cut. Some guy the other day said he uses his low cut up to like 600 hertz. I'm like, wow, that's pretty high, but I don't know. Whatever works for you. So when we do this, we're going to make sure we check the output. Make sure it's not too loud. So we are at 3 bars with a fairly clean sound. Let's raise the tone up. Make it nice and bright. Alright, so now we have to lower our rig volume. Make sure we're staying within the same 3-bar range that we usually do. And let's just crank the amp up and see what it sounds like. It actually sounds pretty good. I'm going to turn up my monitor so I can hear what it sounds like better. Oh yeah! I like that. That is not bad at all. All right. Well, cool. Let's see what would happen if we put a boost in front of that. Let's actually do the white boost and crank up the volume here. Now notice that green line is just hard. It stops nice and hard. So what is happening there, to me, when you boost something into a real amp, it's going to start compressing. And the Headrush is doing the same thing here. So very cool. What if we took the level down and raise the gain? Alright, so at a certain point there is a level of diminishing returns. You know, you got so much gain and compression going on, it's really just, it really doesn't sound that great. So you gotta watch it with some amps and just boosting way too much level. You know, if you want a certain sound, then, you know, there's only one way to do that. So that sounds pretty good. I like that. All right, cool. So that was our Princeton rig. So let's save that. Let's save as a new rig. Prince. Crank. Sure. All right. So now we're going to keep the same IR. We're going to keep the white boost in there. And let's switch out the amp. And we'll rename the new rig once we figure out which amp we're going to use. Oh, let's actually do a black duo. That should be our Fender Twin kind of sound. So here's regular. We got all that stuff. Let's just crank it. So in this case, twin crank. The twin reverb has so much headroom in it that when you crank the amp, you're really not getting a lot of overdrive. So that's going to be a really good clean sound. I love having that reverb or that tremolo on there. Slow it down though. Turn down the intensity. Let's check our output. The volume can come up a little bit. So that way we're staying consistent with our 3 bars below 0. But we can kick in the white boost. All right, cool. I like that one. Let's do a different model. Let's do the AC30. Let's just do the high boost. Delete the cab. All right. So with the AC30, you're going to have the normal and bright volumes. Then you're going to have tremolo on and off. You're going to have the cut, which is adjusting how much high cut there is. And then the tremolo and all that fun stuff. So I love having the tremolo on the amp. It just sounds so good. Let's have the amp. I actually have to go into hardware assign and assign the amp tremolo. Actually, amp on. No, I'm an idiot. Amp tremolo. And we're going to save this as a new rig. AC30 crank. Okay. All right, let's check our output. It's not bad. Let's see what it looks like after we crank up the channels here. That sounds great. So we're hitting our green 3 LEDs below 0. Let's raise up the 2 amp thing here. All right, very cool. I like it. Let's put the white boost in front of it. All right, let's adjust. Let's bring the treble up, bass down. Let's do a high cut. See how dark it gets? So if you want full brightness, you can start rolling it off. All right, very cool. I like that one. Let's do one more before my battery dies. So amp. And we're going, let's do a plexi. Sure, let's do a plexi. So this one also has normal and high and treble. All right, see what kind of tone we got. All right, so we're getting our 3 bars below 0. Let's go ahead and crank it. Ooh. So because we're still cranking the amp, we're getting that natural compression. So our output isn't really going any higher. We can actually stand to bring the rig volume up a little bit. All right, let's save as a new rig. This is the plexi crank. Okay, and let's hit it with a white boost. So here's the before. White boost. Very nice. All right, so that is showing how to take regular clean amps and just cranking them up and seeing how they sound. Now you can always go in and use the Saldaños or any of the Mezza Boogie or Bogner amps you have in here and get high gain sounds. But if you just want a good cranked classic rock kind of tone, you can pick any one of the other rigs and just crank them up. So there you go. We can actually go into rig mode. See, and here's our Princeton, Twin, AC30, and Plexi. All right there, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will put these on the website. You can just click on the download link to download it, unzip, sync it up to your Headrush, and get the same tones I will have. And as always, I will include my my M160 2 inches from the cap edge IR, and you can always download that from the files section of the Headrush user group on Facebook. So I am Dr. McFarland. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.